Now, sit. Okay, go. I wanted to show you from the very beginning when we start this exercise in the yard what it's like. And it's like this every time we get them together. Do you see how now Charlie turns away from him? Usually good. See how even if I let it go a little while, Charlie will turn away from him and come back to me. That's because, come. Every day what I've been doing is just practicing, come. Good, calling Charlie away from him. Come. Good, and he's on a leash now, but what I'll do very often is I'll just let him run loose. And that's extra hard for Charlie, but I want to make it as hard as possible because we need to duplicate this whole thing at your house. Come. Because as you know, when they first met, Charlie, at the very least, was playing very rough with Prince. And she's so much bigger than Prince that she would easily hurt him. She kept trying to pin him with her paws and being really rough. And it was extremely rough play, if not aggression. But I never let it get that far. As soon as I saw that it was too much for Prince and he was really afraid of her, I started doing this right away. So we've been doing this every day. They've been here together. Come. And I just practice calling Charlie away from Prince. Come. Right here, bud. Good. Come. Good. Come. Good. Come. Good. And you'll see what starts to happen. Come. Good. Come. And actually, if I hadn't been talking to you for a couple of minutes there, we'd already be at that calm place. Come. Because I'd usually just start doing this and not talking at all, but just calling her back to come over and over. And she usually, come, gets to the point where she's ignoring Prince in like 2 to 3 minutes now. Good. So you can take Prince off the leash now. So just unhook the leash and let him run around. Come. Good. Come. Good. Good. See how she'll just start automatically turning away and coming back to me? Good. Come. Good. This will take a little while, the whole exercise, so we'll break this video up into sections. Come. Good. 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 Come. Good. Come. Good. Come. Good. Then once she starts to calm down a bit, then I'll start doing some training. Sit. Practicing some sit stays and down stays while I just let Charlie run loose. And it's really hard for her to do that. So if he barks at her like that, I'm just going to keep resetting Charlie while I let Prince run loose. So Charlie, I'll just make sure that she stays in a sit stay while he's running around. Which is slowly but surely teaching her to be calmer in his presence and kind of ignore him. Good. Good. then release her. No. Make sure that she waits. She really waits for you to release her. Go. Give her a little free moment here. Good girl. Good. So you do this exercise every day, and you get a little bit more out of Charlie every day. So her prey drive towards Prince is a little bit less every day. She calms down a little bit sooner than before. So our goal is over time, she's completely desensitized to Prince, and we don't have a problem. Okay, so now we're going to do down. And we're going to practice a downstay. I'm sure Prince will pop into the picture in a second. At this point, he's right next to the camera person. Hey, Prince, come over here. Down. Nope. Okay, so she popped up. I said down, she went back. I wanted Prince over here, making it as hard as possible so we can show you. Nope. So she pops up like that. You're just going to say no. You're going to step into her, do your little turn into her like that, and reset her. And all I did, you saw, was I just went like that. She went right back. Good. 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 You can also, no, if this makes you uncomfortable, if you don't feel comfortable doing this by yourself, you can get somebody else to help you. And why don't you hook Prince up, come wide around Charlie, and here's some treats to call him to you and hook him up. Nope. Keep her in a downstay while she's doing that, and walk her around. So if you're uncomfortable doing it by yourself like I just was, get somebody to help you and lead Prince around on a leash. What I'm going to do is position, Charlie in the middle of the yard so she can walk Prince around me. Down. And just walk in a big wide circle. And try not to let him get too close. And keep walking around. There you go. Nope. So if she pops up, you reset her. Make sure she stays in a calm downstay. Good. Good. Nope. She may pop up. You just keep resetting her. It's a great exercise, actually. I'm going to have her facing the camera now. Because if she can stay calm in a downstay with this, she can pretty much handle any situation. So now reverse the direction you go. Go the other direction. Good. Nope. Keep going. Walk faster. Down. So Charlie's doing much better. She tried to get up a couple times and she stopped herself. That's great. Nope. Good. So now I'm going to release her. Okay. Sit. Go. Good. Very good. Now we're going to go on a walk together. Now, sit. Taking our little walk the way we do every day. Okay. Make sure he sits. And then okay. Make sure he sits and then okay. Rana's not a trainer, but I'm just showing her how to handle Prince today. So have him sit right there. We have him sit right there. Sit. Nope. Whoops. And then we're going to stand out in front of him. He may make a mistake. Nope. So I'm trying to direct this. Stand in front. Nope. Stand back. Hold the leash like you're going to walk them. Okay. And maybe you want to angle that way because we're going to go that way. We'll walk them across and start a walk over here. So sit again. Sit. And then go. Go, he's free. Come on. Okay, let's go for a little walk. We're gonna go this way. So once they're out on the street, it's a lot easier because they walk pretty easily together because they're busy sniffing and looking at other things, doing whatever they want. And this is just free time. Just make sure when you're walking them, the leash is always loose. So you see how it's loose with Charlie. If she goes to the end of it, I don't let her drag me around. So with either dog, you don't want to let them drag you around like this. So when they go to the end of the leash, just do a little tap and they'll stop. So the tension on the leash, if you're choking up like this and you're trying to restrain them, it causes stress in the dog and causes aggression in this case as well, and just causes all kinds of problems, a tight leash. So always be tapping it like this, tapping the leashes, and they'll stop pulling. It's much easier for you to do it that way anyway. So you can see how it's so much easier for them to be side by side out on the street. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, Prince. Get him up here with us. There we go. Look. Very good. Yeah, they get along much better out in public because there are a lot of other things to pay attention to. But of course, we want them to be good with each other in their yard as well. But this is part of just getting along, doing things together, walking together, being in their crate side by side, eating their meals together, that sort of thing. That stuff you'll see on the other parts of the video as well. So let's have them sit right here. So get him next to you and have him sit. Say sit, and then say go, go. And they're both free. Let them sniff. Oh, this is kind of gross here. Let's take them over here. Let them sniff here. Yeah, that's better. And now they're free. So this is our daily routine here. And you see how Charlie leaves him alone out on the street. So I think you want to definitely get somebody to help you walk them. Walking them, two dogs together, is more than I'm sure that you can handle. I wouldn't even do that right now because then they're too close together, and it's so much easier to manage the two right now at this level of their relationship with two people, one per dog. Okay, so we're back from our walk and we're having the dogs sit at all the gateways, back in the yard again. And here, why don't you come right here and have him sit? So we're standing, so just right there. Sit. Okay. Sit. Okay. Keep that leash loose. Stand out in front like this. Let's do a little side-by-side training. No. Step away. Now let's do, so pivot on your right foot and with your left foot say down. This is the first time Rhonda's ever done a down with Prince. He doesn't know how to do this. A little bit more, choke up a little bit more tension on the leash. Just stand there. I don't think he heard you, so say down. Down. And just stand there. Good. Give him a treat. Nope. Now it's Charlie that's making the mistakes. Good. But this is good to show you on video what it's like for a person, a stranger, because basically he doesn't know her. She certainly isn't a trainer, just handling him off the cuff, just, you know, without any practice or anything. Can you see both dogs? Is Rhonda in the way? You can see both dogs? Okay. Let's walk around him now. Down. Do a walk around, down, stay. All the way around. And then go around the other way. Down. Give him another treat because he really deserves it. It's a treat. He stays there though. Good. Excellent. Good. All right, now go back and stand next to him. And I'll be next to Charlie and we'll say, okay, sit. Okay, sit. And then pat his chest and say, go. Go, there we go. Okay then. Now drop the leashes. And you see how calm the dogs are after doing our little routine? And there, Charlie's pretty much ignoring Prince. Good girl, good. So if you do this every day, come. Sit. Nope. Go. Good girl. Keep filming. Come. See how Charlie wants to play so rough with Prince? That's why for a while you have to supervise them. Even after all this practicing. Come. So keep filming them. Sit. Okay. Go. Sit. Good. Go. Good girl, good. Every time that she turns away from Prince and comes back to me, I'm going to reward her. Come! And then every time she tries to get a little bit too intense with him, I'm going to call her back to me. Good girl. Good girl. Come! Good. Good. That's what we want to see. Her not being so intense. Come. Good boy. Good girl. Good. Very good. Okay, so you see now how it was really kind of crazy at first, and we probably spent about 15-20 minutes today doing this whole exercise from the very beginning when we first put them out in the yard together. You saw it step by step what I've been doing every day. And this is how we end up. And every day it's a lot better. Like for a long time I couldn't drop the leashes. Charlie was just too intense. Now I can drop the leashes, and the most I have to do is call her away 3 or 4 or 5 times, and then she's totally cool with him. She might play a little bit rough. Come! But especially if I have the leash on, I can always control her. Sit. No. Down. So if she gets a little bit out of hand, just do a little training. Make her think, make her focus for 20-30 seconds or so. Every time I do this, I'm giving her the message that there's somebody dominant here, that somebody's in charge, somebody's here orchestrating this whole situation, that she can't just do whatever she wants. Okay, sit. Go get him. He's right where we can't see him. Bring him back over here. Come. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Yeah, sit. Go. Hey, Charlie. It's okay, bud. So, yeah, bring Charlie over into the shot. Get the leash. But you see what you have, though, sometimes, is if they spend too much time together, Charlie just has had, Prince has just had enough, because Charlie gets a little rough and he's a little bit scared now. Hand the leash to me. Prince is a little bit scared, so that certainly doesn't help the situation, because if he's a little bit scared, he looks like prey to her. So I would just continue to do this, but always be supervising when they're together like this. Always have leashes on them. And this is just a project, because at first Charlie just wanted to just get him, and it wasn't good. So it's less intense now, but just because we've been doing all these things with them together every day, you should keep it up. Okay. Sit. So we have her sit, walk her up to the crate, have her sit. And out here, since she's not used to going in her crate out here, I'm going to toss a treat in. Go. She'll go in, but this is her routine every day. She goes in and out of this crate 6-8 times a day. She goes in, you take the leash off, you close the door, and she eats in here. She gets her treats and everything. I gave her a treat right before I closed the door. She got a treat for going in. Their crates are like this in the house. It's just there's more space in here, out here right now to do this video. So I'm showing you how we're doing it out here in the yard. And now I'm going to get him, little Prince, put him down. Okay. So sit. He sits. We open the door. Say go. He goes in. Come on, bud. They're only not going in right away because they're not used to going into crates out in this yard. It's strange for them. The crates are in the house. So you take the leash off, and inside the crates we always have comfortable bedding, blankets, towels, whatever you want to put in there is fine. Like I said, when it's dinner time, we put the bowls in there. The doors are always closed. They're closed when they're in, they're closed when they're out. They're next to each other. We give them chewies and bones throughout the day just to, keep them happy in there so they don't get bored. They sleep overnight next to each other. So it's part of this whole bonding process we're trying to make happen with them. So the doors are always closed. They're closed even when they're out, because what they'll do is if you leave them open, they'll just run back in there, and a lot of the power of the crate is controlling their access in and out. So you have them sit. They have to sit and wait. We open the door and allow them in. And when I take them out, it's the same thing. So if I'm going to take her out, every interaction here, the way we're doing it, every interaction with them in the crate, with our hands coming in, is positive. Treat, hook her up. She waits. See how the door's open, but she waits. If she tries to come out before you allow her to come out, just do this and say no. 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 See, she's waiting. Okay, she comes out. Close the door and take her. In this case, she's outside. She's inside, we'll take her outside. Okay. So throughout the day, they're in and out of these crates all day long. And the same thing with Prince. Usually they're out together. They're just in adjacent yards so they can see each other, but if we're not watching them every second, if they're not on leashes, we need to have a fence between them for obvious reasons. But sometimes they just go out separately, so one is in and one is out. So at your house, probably the best way to do it for a while is one is in and one is out. And that's just the way that everything stays calm and safe, and they get used to that routine, and they are still spending a lot of time with each other. It's just like training wheels, though. These crates are one form of the training wheels, like the leash and the other things we're using to make sure nothing bad can happen while they get really used to each other. Okay. Then he comes out, same thing, sit. Okay, so that's our little crate routine. That's how we handle them. Okay.